Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to make a quick YouTube video. Well, I don't know if it's going to be quick, but I want to make a video about the PS2 and its modding capabilities. Uh, Soft mod, I should say. There's a lot of information, a lot of great tutorials online that pointed me to where I'm at, and I kind of want to give a quick video about a couple of things that I could not discover that I discovered for myself. And also just to show it off because it's pretty wicked. Anyways, I got everything for this off of eBay. The PS2 was mine. I already had it. The network adapter was $9. It was like $3 shipping, so $12 there. It is modded with the Sata Bitfunx off eBay. It's the purple one. It's the purple Sata adapter. I removed the IDE and put that on. It was really easy. I highly suggest it. And then the hard drive that I use is a 3.5 Seagate 2TB 7200. I saw that they actually added the 5400 RPM for $10 more, and I'm not sure if compatibility wise it'll work, but this one does work. And as far as heat goes, it's not too bad. One thing I want to mention, you can buy an adapter to kind of mount the hard drive onto, that way it doesn't wobble around. I used cardboard, so yeah, I just cut cardboard slits and mounted around the SSD, the hard drive, that way it's not moving around too much. Yeah, and so yeah, that's it. And speed wise it's great, but yeah, that's besides the point. Just standard. I got it hooked up to surround sound. It's not true surround sound with all games. Maybe some games support it, but most of the time it's just kind of 2.1, or it's a variant. Some games are kind of do surround, but it's not. It's kind of hit and miss. But outside of that, these component cables were literally $5.79 off eBay. They're the cheapest ones you can buy. I think they're actually really good quality, besides the tips. But outside of that, I think they work great. I know a lot of people prefer the Sony and I think the Bitfunx, but I think these are great for the price. Anyways, let's do it. So let's flop it on. This was $9 as well, the free McBoot. It is an official Sony memory card, which is great, and it was only $9 with the software on it. You need this to do everything. Highly, again, suggest modding your network adapter, and I'm going to show you why. So we powered it on. Let's turn it on. I'm sure you've seen a ton of videos like this already, but let's go ahead and just show you what I kind of did here. So as you can see, I changed the boot to go from the on-screen display, or whatever you want to call it, the kind of where you get an option to go into your browser, launch the disk, all that. I changed that to just boot into OPL. Yeah, so a couple of things, as you can see right off the bat. Yeah, I got all my online games organized, and all of them actually work really well. I haven't confirmed all of them for sure, but the games that I ran into issues with, where you got to go into your router and change a bunch of the settings and all that jazz or whatever, you can actually negate that just by using a VPN. And I kind of found that out on my own, because it was kind of a headache trying to connect to Outbreak file 1. Well, if you just use a VPN on your computer, it'll just connect, no problem. I'm not going to go over how to do all that. I will say this though, one thing of note, there on the Discords, there is a activity center that tells you literally who's playing what online and doing all that. So yeah, all these games are online compatible. Actually, I want to mention real quick here, this game's being resurrected, and it's going to be a blast when it comes back. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. And so yeah, all these work. And so the whole point of this is to also try to encourage people to put their console, or put their PS2 online, because there's actually quite a few of us, actually, when I say few, I mean few, but there are few people who do like playing PS2 online, myself included. And I think there's a lot more people out there who would as well. They're just not as aware. They're not aware that you can actually still play PS2 online. And I'm just going through all these lists. SOCOM's obviously very popular. Twisted Metal Black Online has a great online community. It's very popular as well. Strongly suggest. They're excellent games as well. Obviously, that's why people still play them. But everything else is actually pretty fun too. There's maybe a couple of games in here that are kind of whatever, but every single one of these, you know, it's kind of the part of the golden era. A lot of experimentation too. But yeah, and then we got all of our standard games. One thing I'll mention is you can actually run Japanese and European. Pretty much, it makes your PS2 region free as well. So that's great because there's a lot of games that came out that I imported that I actually never got a chance to play until now. Here's one of them, Chain Dive. Yeah, and this is a US PS2 obviously, but yeah, here's another one. This game, I've always wanted to play it. Got my DDR mat. The DDR mat works great. I don't have any syncing issues, in case anyone was wondering. Every game will work. Some games work without much of a fuss. Other times you do got to go in and you got to go into game settings, and they got these different modes here, and they got a compatibility list you can go online, but you can actually go into and download defaults right here if you're connected to the internet. This is why the internet's so great. So I just hit accept. Actually, I might have to, it might not do it because I have to change my settings maybe, but otherwise it should download the defaults. You see the loading over there. But the organization is a key part, especially with the online games, because it's a nightmare trying to figure out which games are online. You can mark them, but I think it's a lot better just to kind of have them all organized in one spot. So actually, I'm just going to show how I fix this. Network settings. I changed it from static because I was moving over some stuff. Let's change it back to DHCP, and let's hit OK. Let's save that. Saved. Now let's go back. I don't know if this was the game. Let's go. I think it was this one. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And we'll go into game settings. Let's try downloading our defaults again. There we go, and see how quick it is. So now that's done. GSM. I got it set to global. Some games will kind of bug out and crash essentially, or they'll just give you really wonky. Just a really wonky image. If that happens, just disable it and then it goes back. But I also got all the widescreen hacks installed. These are made by people, as far as I understand, I could be wrong, but they're made by people who enable it on the emulator, the PCSX2, and they're actually able to enable it on some games via the console itself. So I actually named a lot of the games. I would say 85% of them are named that support widescreen. Some games aren't named and still do. I just haven't tested all of them yet. That, and honestly, it's kind of hard to find the time to get on the PS2. It's been gaining popularity around here. Everyone's been playing different things. It's been great. But yeah, let's just give you an idea of just the cool stuff you can do. I mean, it's a 2 terabyte hard drive. It will literally hold, I got 690 games and I got 512 megabytes left. So it's packed. I mean, it's not going anywhere. I got 2 gigabytes for my OPL Partition, which I strongly recommend. The cover arts and all that. I will say I can't get all the few bugs that I've ran into myself. I can't get all the themes to work. This theme's okay. I don't like the asphalt background. They got a metal one, but I can't get it to install for whatever reason. It just freezes on the install. So there's a couple of quirks. You can't name some of the games especially multi-disc games, kind of the same titles, so you gotta, it's a little wonky, and it's a little tricky how you gotta go about naming some things. I don't know why, it's just the way it is. But as you can see, for the most part, you know, everything's here. The box arts all work. The disc shows up. The background works. So it's all pretty impressive. And then I guess the only thing I'll lead off with, yeah, all these work. Like I said, it's, if you can't get them to work, then there's usually a way. This is a great game if you haven't had a chance to play it. But yeah, let's just lead off by going online and showing you that really quick. Yeah, let's do that. And so we'll just go with something that I'm pretty confident people are playing at the moment. And that'll probably be SOCOM 2. My girlfriend would love to find someone to play Risk with. If anyone's out there wants to play it, it's easy to set up. These games are extremely easy to set up online. It's not complicated at all. It's only complicated if you don't know, like if you're just not experienced with the system itself. But it's really not hard. It's literally, you just plug a couple of numbers in, save it, and then you're online. And most games actually route through the same connection, which is great. So you only need a few different network settings for your for connecting to different games, because some of them do have different DNSs. Or DNS, excuse me, not DNS. So, Christians is great. So as you can see, this game's loading up. Load times are a bit faster thanks to the Sata. It's definitely noticeable. I'm just going to go ahead and skip through that. Skip through this one. And let's just see how quick it is. It's just noticeably quicker. And this is a stock PS2. And then Christians. Now you do have to do some things in order to get some of these games online. They got DNAS patchers that remove the DNAS authentication here, and you need to do that with some of the games. But notice how it just skips right past it. Looks like we got some people online. There's 21 people online right now. Usually there's around 40 to 60 most nights. This is kind of midday right now, so. But we still got people, and then there's other people playing other random games too. But we could definitely use more. So let's go into briefing room. Let's go in the general. Join game. It's all the way. Join good maps. So it looks like we're in. The game has already started. That's totally fine. We're gonna ready up. Now I haven't played much of this, so these guys are pretty experienced. But honestly, I've still managed to get kills, and I've still actually managed to have a pretty good time for what I have played. Excuse me. And here it is. It's online. So let's observe someone. Oh. Oh. Oh! Get first up! First got this up! Okay, and then we got Grandals here, Gradius. Exceptional. Ooh, Pliskin. Let's keep an eye on him. Grenade out! You know, yeah, I mean, but it works. It's great. It sounds great. There's no lag. I'm not connected through a VPN right now because I don't need it, but when you do, like I said, there's no lag there either. Look at this. Look at this online play right now. People still chatting. Apparently the voice chat still works. So yeah, there's that. And I can connect to other games too if you guys want to see, but go ahead. I mean, if you want, leave me a message in the comments. I'll answer anything you like. It's pretty basic, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me just move around so you guys know. I'm one-handing this, so if you were wondering why it looks a little wonky, I don't got a stand, so I gotta. But just to show. Playing online here. This is terrible. Don't play with one hand. I should just quit. But yeah, this is it. This is SOCOM Online. Ooh. Alrighty guys. I'll see you online. Have fun.